Hello, everyone. Welcome to day 2 of testing and documenting the strategy. If you've not watched day 1, please check it out to be able to follow up on what we're doing and where we are right now, as I may not be able to go over all the rules and guidelines from the beginning again. So quickly, today I am considering to be a model for how not to trade, and that's probably going to be the title of this video somehow. But yeah, I did 2 things that are different from what I did yesterday. So I did 2 things in my trading today that were different from my approach of yesterday. First thing I did was adding the volume profile to my chart and using it as a decision maker for my buyers to help guide, how I look at the charts today. So if I'm looking for a buy or a sell. And then the next thing I did, which is the one about how not to trade, was leaving my positions open to run after going way past 3%. After going 3% down on my account, I still left it to run and then, come back to close out for a break even. Now, I did not like that very much, and it's got me thinking about if I want to be averaging down on my losing trades, or if I would rather just close them out once I have a negative candle closing against me, if I just want to close them out and be done with it instead of adding to it. But I guess I probably need to look through the documentation some more and see if that is going to be very helpful in the long term, if I should trade in that way. But yeah, quickly. But yeah, that's the main issues with today's trading experience. And so I'll quickly get into the trade so I can have them documented. And here goes. I think this was my first trade for today. It was a win. I got a good amount of winners today. So this was a win. I entered on the close of that candle because it was a strong close. That was a winning trade. Then the next trade was, I think, this one. This became a big candle. So I entered off the 50% of the candle and also made a profit on that one. I think I took about 9 trades today. Oh no, I think less. I had to double down on some to get out of them. So I think less than 9 trades. So that's the second trade. So I was looking for short opportunities, mainly because of the volume profile. As the candle at the top there, even though it broke through my resistance level, seeing that it came back in to the consolidation area after touching the low node, a low volume node of the volume profile, I decided to keep looking for sales. Decided that I wasn't ready to get out of the consolidation phase yet, so I kept looking for sales. I get a sell here, got a move to the upside, kept looking for sales. I got a close on this one, strong close that I entered on. Yes, so I entered on that one. Also got a win and got a move above the high of that bear candle. So I sold the high of the bear candle. Luckily, I got a way better entry, just because of a little lag. I got a much more earlier entry and got a quick profit from that position. I think almost all my positions today were just sell positions. Got another break of that bear candle's high, the new bear candle. Got another break of its high, sold that break again. I made another profit relatively quickly too. Did I make a profit on this one, or I just closed out because it went against me? Yeah, I closed out. I just closed out on that one. Didn't really make profit, just closed out for a break even. Got a bear candle. Price went above its high. I sold again. So I was at the edge of the consolidation. Sold again, made a profit. Got a strong close after that. Sold again, 50% of that strong close. So it was a pretty big candle, just a bit above the size I consider as big, So that worked out well too. I got price moving above the high of this bear candle at the bottom. Then I sold again. This one work out. Beginning to look like the trade that had me trapped. I think it is. Yes, it is. It is. I moved my position at this point on the first trade to move the take profits to zero, to get out of it if I get a move down. Now, I could have gotten out earlier, but I was waiting for price to move up a bit. I wanted price to come up a bit before entering, which was a mistake. I should have entered immediately. The next candle closed went above that bull candle that went into the negative side of my trade. Should have entered immediately, and I would have been able to get out at 50%, of both trades, at the middle of both trades, but I did not. So I had to hold this trade. Kept moving my stops. Again, a lot of this decision making was coming because I was looking at the volume profile, thinking, okay, this price is running into the low volume node area, and there's not a lot of volume in the market today. Yeah, there's not a lot of strength in the market today. So I'm thinking a lot of the moves today would fail and return. It did fail and return, but essentially this is not what I'd like my scalping to look like. I'm not sure if this is what it looks like for a lot of professional traders. Well, when a trader is in a position like this, I don't feel like they have a lot of control about. I don't feel like they have a lot of control on not necessarily on their trading, but on what they make out of the market as far as, okay, I'm trading today, what's going to be the outcome. At this point, I don't feel like they have a lot of control over the outcome of anything. I mean, there's only so much that we can control in the market. And when it gets to this point, I just feel like the market has you at this point. So there's only so much that you can do, which in this case is just opening the stops and hoping that it returns. And I really don't like feeling that way, feeling like there is nothing I can do to protect my account as far as risk management and account management. I really don't like that. So now I'm thinking about other ways to approach this. If I want to be averaging down on my positions and closing out earlier, if I want to be averaging down on my positions, or if I want to be closing them out earlier, just closing manually, take the loss, I think I'll have to review today's trades particularly. I'm not sure how many of the trades I had to average down on. It's looking like I did not have to average down on anyone at all except for this one. So I'll check them out and quickly see. But yeah, I had to keep holding. The market spiked up a good amount, and there was also something that happened on this broker today. Was to a great extent an inconsistency in the markets. Yeah, so a spike happened, and at the time it happened, I wasn't aware that this was happening only on this broker. I wasn't aware it was an inconsistency only on this broker. So it was, I think, like 15 minutes later, 15 to 30 minutes later, I picked up my phone and checked my MT5, and I noticed there was a difference between the Nasdaq index charts on my phone and the one on my PC. Two different brokers, and I was seeing different charts. But I think it was even less than 15 minutes, because 2 minutes after this move happened, the charts, the market on Nasdaq on this my broker stalled. They sort of looked as though they paused the trading on the Nasdaq for like a minute, and then the price reverted back to the normal price, the way it looked on the MT5. It reverted back to where it had rallied from. I don't know if that is, I guess it could be called an inefficiency, but not in the general sense, because it's not something that was reflected on, all on the entire market generally. Probably need to check on TradingView to see if that happened there too. But yeah, I kept holding. Price reverted after that rally. We kept going down, and eventually got back to the buy limit order I had there to take me out of both my sell positions, because I added another one, but it wasn't early enough. I added after price went back to the highs. Yeah, the highs, a lot of highs, but the highs were, so after price moved against me, the candle which moved against me was a really big candle too. So the high of that candle, when price went back there, I got out. Sorry, I added to the position and then eventually put a buy trade in between both trades to get me out. So let me check trading view quickly to see if that inefficiency happened. To see if it happened yesterday. Or if it was only on this broker exclusively. I do that. Today is the 1st of October. Amazing. Happy new month, everyone. Okay, so it was an inefficiency on that broker alone. It did not happen on TradingView. So I'm trading on the cloud platform of this broker, by the way. So it's like trading on the web. I am trading on the web. So I guess the price behavior can have discrepancies that would not be seen on other platforms that are more app-based than web-based. So, yeah, price went back to the middle of both my sell trades and I got out for a break even. And at this point, I just did not want to trade anymore because I had made up to 3% of my account on the day. I made up to $300. And before I entered this trade, I was thinking if I should have like a sort of a limit, especially on consolidation days, if I should have like a limit on how much I should make for the day and be done. And when price returned and took me out at break even for these two trades, these two sell trades, I got thinking about that. I did not want to trade anymore. I also started thinking maybe I should make it 18 where I make a setting maybe 2% for the day, try to make 2% for the day. And, if I have somewhere, if I've been able to make somewhere around that, I stop trading for the day. So that's another thing I'm considering. And I guess if I implement any of these considerations, I'm going to keep you all updated. But yes, that's pretty much trading for today, and I'll see you tomorrow.